So let's learn how to trace a CSP case, a cube shape case. So for every cube shape case, you have parity and non-parity. It means like when you get parity, you need to do a different solution from compared to your non-parity. So you can skip the parity out case, so you don't get parity case. So for every case, example for this case, I trace my case from this angle. So it means like every time I get this kind of case, I need to trace it the same way. I cannot trace it this way, cannot trace it this way. I should only trace it this way, because like tracing it from different angles might result in a different even or odd parity count, which makes you like do the wrong solution and still get parity. So you must also know like which angle you should trace. So let's start on how to trace. So on your cube you have edge pieces and corner pieces. So so let me start with telling the colors. So just remember something. So red and green means parity, and orange and blue also mean parity. So for parity tracing, you look at the edges side color, look at corner side color, look at the edge color, and look at the corners color. So let me explain the first two steps first, which are the looking at the edge side color and corner side color step. So you need to take the first three edge or corners side color. Then you find the opposite colors. Then eliminate the right one. When you have two opposite colors together, you eliminate the black one. If first and last colors are opposite, you eliminate the first one. After eliminating one color, you will be left with two colors. So for the third and fourth step, you need to look at edge and corners color. So what I mean by edge color and corner color, the example, let me use an example. For this piece, the corner color is white. For this piece, the edge color is white. And for this edge, the edge color is black. For this corner, the corner color is black. This is what I mean by corner color. So when you're doing the step of looking at corner color, you need to pick the corners or edge in a certain order. Example, pick the first, the third, the fifth, and seventh piece. So like you might be wondering, how I know which one is the first, how I know which one is the fifth, the seventh, or whatever. So you find these edges by looking at the position. Example, like my tracing position is here. This way, I start from this piece, then start from this piece like that, then continue from this piece like that. So the first corner is this one, second is this, third is this, fourth is this, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, so on. So for my edges, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I continue this way now, so 7, 8. So I need to pick the first, third, fifth, and seventh piece. So I take the first, take the third, take the fifth, take the seventh. So it's like 1, 2, 3. It's 3 white edges and 1 black edge. Corners. So for this case, when you have the odd number of whatever piece, example is 3 here and 1, so you need to add 1 to parity count. So now that's for corners. So let's look at the edges. For this is take the first, third, fifth, seven piece, this one. So I have 2 white edges and 2 black edges. So in this case, these two numbers are even, so I don't need to add anything to my parity count. So let me show an example. So for me, how I trace is I look at the edges first, then only I look at the corners. So like just same as the step I written. So first I start with my black edges. This is the first one. You need to go clockwise. You see the slice position, you go clockwise like that. I trace clockwise like that. And for the bottom, I start from this front edge like that. this front piece. Even if it's a corner, then I start with the corner. If it's edge, then I start with edge. So I start with my orange one first, but I normally start from the red one, just like I see 3 orange edges already, so it's easier. So orange, blue and red. So orange is the first one. I eliminate orange. I left blue and red, which shows no parity. So next is red, then blue, second, then third is orange. Red, blue, orange. If I eliminate red, then I'm left with blue and orange, which indicates parity. So I need to add 1 to a count. You need to like count how many parities. So 1. 1 means odd parity. It's an odd number. I check my address side color already, so I proceed to my corners. I start with this green. You must always look at the same side. Like example, you look at this right side of this corner. Then you need to do the same for all your edges. I mean all your other corners. So green, then orange, and blue. So eliminate first color, which is green, because these two are opposite. So I'm left with blue and orange, which shows another parity. There's 2 parity, but I'm gonna make it like, just 1 or 0, 1 and 0, whether even or odd, so it's 0 parity. So next is orange for my black, orange, blue and green. Eliminate the black one because it's front, these 2 are together. So orange and blue indicates parity, so I add 1 more to my count, so it's now parity. So next, check the top color. I start with my edges. First edge, skip the second one, take the third one, skip the fourth one, skip this one, then take this and this. 1, 3, 5, 7, yeah. So it's like 2 black edges and 2 white edges, which indicates no parity. As long that the number of the certain color of edge or corner is like even, means there's no parity. So I look at my edges already, then I look at my corners. This one, first, third, white, orange, meaning black and white. So now there's I check the one numbered edge. So I got 3 whites, which means it's a odd number. So it means like I add 1 to parity count, so it's 2 parities now, which means even parity. So in this case, after I trace, I know that I need to do even parity. So here's my even parity out. When I do it, after I do the right out, I won't get parity. See, do I?